Hi. Alright, I am back to talking about books today. I have another tag. This is the book titles tag, and it was created by Ray K Books. And this is the fourth time I'm doing something by Ray K Books. I love their channel. They do author interviews, book reviews, tags, and one of them, Rachel, makes these like book confessions, which are like little short films, and they're really interesting. And so I left the link to the original tag in the description, which will lead to their channel if you want to see it. So here's the questions. They're only about books. They don't revolve around plot or anything like that or characters. So it's just about the titles. And let's get started. Okay, question one. And before I begin, I want to say that it's okay that these could be books that you've never read. And because they're just about the titles. So, all the books in this I've never read, um, and because I have a large to read list, so I have so many books that I have to get to. But I know I'm gonna get to them eventually, sometime. Anyway, question one is a title that describes your life, and I have two for this one because they both worked, and I liked how they both fit. The first one is Little Known Facts by Christine Sneed, and this is because I don't often tell things about myself, and I do keep secrets. I people tell me secrets, and I don't tell them, and I do have I do have some little known facts, whether they're about me or about other things, and I don't often tell lots of stuff about myself, and I do like how this one fits, because I do have little known facts. And the second book I chose is Half Bad by Sally Green. And I'm not a witch or anything, but again, this isn't supposed to be about characters. This is because I often come off as likable, and a lot of people really like me, and I like that. But I do, have a snippy, sarcastic side. I swear, I curse a lot, and I, I wouldn't say I'm bad, but I'm not completely good. I'm not completely sweet and polite, and I can be kind of a bitch, and I'm not bad, but the half. It's really this justifies to the half and lesser intense synonym of bad. So, moving on. Okay, question two is a title that describes your perfect weekend, and I'm going to say The Perfect Manhattan by Leanne Shear and Tracy Toomey. And I didn't choose this specifically because it said perfect in the title, like it did in the question. That's just what happened. Um, I I could see myself, spending a summer weekend in the Hamptons, going to a fancy bar, and I never really had a Manhattan, and I don't know what makes a Manhattan. Um, but I think I would like it. Or maybe to spend a weekend in the Hamptons at a nice bar. So that would seem kind of nice. I've never been to the Hamptons, but I really want to go to the Hamptons someday. Question three is a title of a adventure you'd like to go on, and I said One Evening in Paris. I mean, I can't wait to get to this. This is, I think, next on my to-read list, but anyway. I say this because who doesn't want to go to Paris to spend an evening there? It's gotta be so classy and fancy and exciting and fun, and I, it's just one evening in Paris. That's gotta be really fun. I would just love to spend an evening in Paris. All the lights and the experience of the nightlife. That would be a great adventure. Question four is a title that you would name your child. And I'm going to say Ruby Electric by Teresa Nelson. And this is really about the Ruby part. Because I don't have many titles with names in them. And for when naming girls, I like names that are flowers or stones or colors and Ruby. That's oh, sorry if you heard a truck outside. But yeah, I like Ruby. That's a nice name. It's a cute name, and I could. It wouldn't go well with Pullhammer. You know, nothing goes well with Pullhammer. But still, I think this makes a good name. Ruby at least. I don't know about the electric part, but again, that probably explains the character, and this isn't about character. Okay, question 5 is a title that describes your ideal job. And I'm going to say Chasing Harry Winston by Lauren Weisberger. This is embarrassing to feature this cover in this book. You can say this was a little known fact that I wouldn't have ordinarily said that I would read this. But I do want to read it. I can see this title as someone like a fashion buyer or something. I mean, you're chasing Harry Winston, and I'm told I make a good fashion buyer, but it's not really my ideal job. But I could see myself doing it. You know, like chasing Harry Winston to get his jewelry so we can sell it at our company, and I could see myself as this. It's not something I really want to do, but I don't doubt that I might be good at it. And I'd say, yeah, as a fashion buyer, I could chase Harry Winston. Again, it's just about the title, so yeah, I was really embarrassed that I featured this book. Okay, if you notice that I moved you a little closer to my face. Question 6 is title of a place you'd like to visit, and I said Brooklyn by Cole Toybin. I've been to New York, but I've never been to Brooklyn. I've been to Queens, and I wasn't that impressed. But I want to see Brooklyn. It looks nice. I've seen what it looks like. I've seen images, and I think it'd be a nice place to visit. And I could do a Brooklyn accent too. So, but yeah, I think I'd like Brooklyn. I hope it's not similar to Queens or anything, but yeah, it looks nice and homey and suburban, and I do. I wanna, I wanna see Brooklyn someday. Okay, question 7 is a title that describes your love life, and I said "Single in the City" by Michelle Gorman. Um, but you know what? I think it was Rachel in Ray K Books that said for this question is nobody's princess. So I'm not the only one that has to feel that has to be feel embarrassed about being single. But yeah, this title unfortunately works perfectly because I've grown up in Chicago, and I live outside Chicago, so I've always been a city person. And yes, I'm single, and I don't like that this title works well for me. Um, yeah, I'm gonna move on. Okay, question 8 is a title of a question you ask yourself. And I don't have many books that are questions, but I came across What If, which is a nonfiction book. It's a book about writing, and it's a book nonetheless. It's just not a fiction book, which is what these tags normally are made of. But yeah, I say "what if" because that is something I do say. I often start lots of sentences with "if this," whatever, and I do ask "what if," and this title does work well because I'm always saying "what if this," "what if that," because that's just how my mind works. All right, moving on. Okay, question 9 is it's in two. There's two options for it. There's a title of a kingdom you would like to rule, which would be a book that's already about a kingdom, or a title you would name your own kingdom. And I chose the latter part of that, and I said Sea Glass Island by Cheryl Woods. Because I guess I can, I imagine a kingdom like Sea Glass Island is like in a tropical place, you know, it's an island just made up of one kingdom, and I think that would fit. I think it would be it would be a nice kingdom that I'd like to reign, and it's it again it may not be the perfect title. It just it's what I had that would describe a place, and I don't know if this is actually a real or a fictional place, honestly. Again, I would have to read the book, but then this is not about plot or character or anything. It's just about the title specifically. So regardless of what if this is the real place or not, I think it would make a nice name for a kingdom. Okay, question 10 is the last question, and that's a title you name your band. And I'm gonna say Love Monkey by Kyle Smith. I I don't know why this title works so well, but I can see it. I can see like a quintet or a quartet of some young people, uh, you know, be on stage, and we're a love monkey and things, and I like how that works so well, uh, and I don't know if I'm not a band person, and I don't think I can manage a band, but I like how Love Monkey could fit as like a band, kind of a la One Direction or something like that, or yeah, I just like how that fits. So that was the book titles tag, and I think it was really clever to have books that are just the questions that are just about the titles, and it's really hard to not talk about plot or character or anything, because most of these tags it's what you like or don't like about books, and it's about the characters, and um, I it's really hard to not get into that, but despite that, it's nice and clever, because it could be with books you've never even read, so that you don't have to think about what they're about or anything. And I like that I did that. It was by Ray K Books, and this was the fourth time I've done something by Ray K Books. I really like their channel, and I left the original tag in the description, as well as the questions if you want to do this yourself. So there was that, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.